Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Seeing a bit more sun than expected early this morning as the clouds have broke up a little quicker than what was expected. So seeing more sunshine out there, and we'll likely see a period of some mostly sunny conditions, but likely seeing some clouds build back in the area this afternoon. Otherwise, we have some breezy conditions continuing. We are currently under a wind advisory at this time, and we'll slowly see those winds diminish as we go through the day today, but no more rain expected in the area, and expecting a trend towards more seasonable and quiet weather as we go through the week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we can see that boundary well off to the east that pushed through the area over the last 24 hours, bringing us just shy of 1.5 inches of rain, and those showers also well out of the area. We'll see those breezy conditions continue through the day as this area of high pressure off to the west builds in over the region, and then we'll see another dry boundary move through the area with some reinforcing high pressure behind that as we get into the middle part of the week. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's sounding, we have those breezy northwesterly winds near the surface, becoming more west to west southwesterly as we go up through the mid levels, and becoming more southwesterly to even south southwesterly as we get into the upper levels. Our peak wind today is 115 knots, and that's at 20,000 feet. The freezing level today is at 6,900 feet. Looking at the current visible satellite, we could see how those clouds have pushed out of the area a little quicker than expected this morning. After this last little bit pushes off to the southeast, that's when we'll see some mostly sunny conditions, but we should see some of this cloud cover off to the northwest similarly build in over the area with that cooler air moving in. Also on satellite, we can see a little bit of the snowfall cover that is off to the west and northwest on the western part of the Chesapeake Bay that fell overnight with this event. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, see how things play over the next couple of days. Again, expecting dry conditions to continue. See those temporary, mostly sunny conditions, and then those breezy winds continue with some clouds building back in the area for the afternoon. As we go into the evening, things will become mostly clear overnight, and that will allow temperatures to cool down quite a bit. And with that high pressure locking in, we'll see clear conditions as we go through the day on Tuesday, and we could see some high clouds swinging through as we go Tuesday into Wednesday. As that other boundary approaches, we will likely see a slight increase in some high and mid-level clouds through the day on Wednesday, but no precip expected again as that boundary is expected to be dry. If we zoom out and look at the longer-term forecast here, this is the European model here starting Wednesday morning. Again, we see that high pressure built in over the area. That boundary that pushes through, we see a dip in those thickness values, meaning some cooler temperatures for today on Thursday, so slightly below average, and then return to more seasonable average temperatures as we go into the end of the week. But as you can see here, high pressure remaining in control. Dry weather continues into the weekend as well, with some average or just above average temperatures to go into the weekend. Right now, looking dry over the next 7 days. The GFS model does indicate the possibility of a area low pressure trying to squeeze up the coast, but that's looking like the least likely outcome, at least at this time. As you can see, the European model here not quite having that as we get into the end of the weekend, beginning of next week. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have just the red risk for those winds that are above 25 knots. Again, we are currently in a wind advisory. It drops down to an orange risk this afternoon as we do expect to see those winds gradually diminish going through the day today, where we could potentially see that wind advisory lifted either late this morning or into the afternoon hours. Otherwise, we'll see cool temperatures today with a high just around 48 degrees. We'll see those winds continuing out of the northwest, 13 to 18 knots, gusting up to 25, possibly peaking around 27 knots as we get into the later part of the morning. Then again, we'll gradually see those winds diminishing as we go through the day. We'll see that period of some mostly sunny skies, and then we'll probably see some scattered to broken decks build in between 3,000 and 5,000 feet for the afternoon. And then we'll see things become clear overnight, where we'll see those temperatures falling down to around 29 degrees. Those winds will become light out of the northwest at 3 to 8 knots to start the day on Tuesday. We'll see some mostly sunny conditions to start our day Tuesday, but otherwise tides are running normal at the moment. Looking at the next 7 days, Tuesday, a mostly sunny and seasonal day with a low of 29, high around 48. As we go into Wednesday, could see some partly to mostly cloudy at times conditions as we'll see some increased clouds with that boundary moving through, but overall a partly cloudy day. Seasonable temperatures with a low around 34, high around 50 degrees. And then that cooler day on Thursday behind that front with the high pressure, but again another nice mostly sunny day with a low around 28 and high around 44. And as we go into the weekend, we keep our temperatures gradually climbing, starting at the low 50s, getting into the mid 50s by the end of the weekend. And we'll see those low temperatures climbing into the low to mid 30s for the weekend as well. But another mostly sunny day for Friday. We'll see some partly to mostly cloudy at times for the day on Saturday, and then likely seeing some increased, mainly high and possibly some mid-level clouds as we go into the day on Sunday. But again, not looking likely we'll see any precip there, but we'll be keeping an eye on the potential for an area of low pressure trying to squeeze up the coastal area, but right now not looking likely at this time. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.